And greetings, everybody. Welcome back. More vintage story with Vormithrax. Single player load. Where were we? We were waiting for the bee skep to populate. Time to get the apiary figured out and set up and get some farming set up. Once I get those basics done, then we can turn our attention to serious pro picking and try to advance our way up the material chain. That's the theoretical plan, anyway. We'll see if my planning has anything to do with what reality throws at me. Two in the morning. All right. Got some berries in the box. That's about it. Let's see. $14.9 doesn't even register on the bar. All right. Basic set of tools in okay shape if I'm not doing a lot. I have a particular activity that's going to wear them down. We're going to have to do... Well, let's see. I'm going to need some gates. Yeah, we're going to need some gates. Ooh, we do have Botorn. All right, so theoretically, farmland out this way. That means we gotta put the bees somewhere else. Don't have to be close. I don't have to visit them very often. Maybe up here. We've already got a bunch of flowers. Let's just do it over here. Let's get rid of some of this stuff first. Yeah, this'll do. Alright, let's see. So if I'm going to have a fence line over here. Let's say it's going to be here. Too far. What do you think? 9 for single player? Yeah, let's just do 9. Here we go again. Trying to figure out how to get this placed properly. Let's see. I always forget how to organize this so that it does it properly. It can be done. I know that. Top gate first? Nope, still does that. Guess you do the top one first. Damn it. Where am I needing to point? I guess there instead of along the side. Alright. That's fine. Alright, let's get the rest of the fence up, get the flowers in the rest of the spaces, and we should be good to go. No, don't like you, cow parsley. Now I had a bunch of flowers somewhere. Oh, that's right. I took them with me and set up the scap. All right. I guess we'll just harvest these real fast. Nah, it doesn't matter which flowers. I just prefer the low-lying flowers instead of the ones that stick way up in the air, just to make it a little easier not to accidentally click on something when I'm in there. Sometimes I get a little fancier and do an arrangement. Spread different colored flowers all over, but I don't have time for that right now. We can always change later if I get in the mood. So, not those. Not those. Takes quite a few flowers to fill this space. Probably not necessary to actually fill the entire place, but I get as close as I can. Good enough. Alright. Now I just need to get the skeps made. And we're all done. Next up, I need to get the berry bush area figured out. And I might do that. Yeah, that's for the bees. I gotta get skeps put on each of the wooden blocks that I made, and then when we go fetch our skep that we placed next to a wild bee hive, the skep hopefully will have populated. We bring it back and we put it in the middle, and then we just let time pass and the bees will spread out to the other skeps. So I'll have 9 skeps there, and then we just harvest them and rebuild the skeps. They repopulate, generate honey, and we just keep repeating that. And we'll keep filling this in with the cattails. We'll bring the roots and plant them, and we'll have our own little cattail farm right here so we can keep rebuilding the skeps constantly. No, that's just a random POI from the More or Better Ruins mod. Not part of any kind of story structure that I'm aware of. It might be. I doubt it, though. Usually, because we spawn nearby, and I don't think any of the story-related stuff will be anywhere near where you spawn. They like to make you travel for those. So I'm pretty confident that's an item from the Better Ruins mod. I've never seen it before. Thought it was really cool when we spawned near it, so here we are. I decided as soon as I saw it I was going to live here regardless. I need, let's see. Let's put it... I don't currently have any plans for over here. I'm not sure I'm going to do animal husbandry stuff. Man, let's put it right over here. Not sure I'm going to worry about fencing it. I probably should just grab the bushes and get them planted. I can fence it later if I want. The animals are free to have some of it. It'll be next year, really, before I get it organized enough to be useful anyway. So, we'll just plant this whole area here with berry bushes that we come across. Which leaves the farmland, the larger project. Oops. Low fert soil. We don't want to crop on low fert soil. I've got a little bit of high fert, but we need to go gather some medium or more high. Yeah. I have no idea what's inside the big building. There's scary stuff in there. We're not going in there for quite a while. I would get killed really quickly if I went in there. All right. We got the initial area cleared. Let's shave this a little further. All right. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm going to build it in sections going that way. I want to not, if I can help it, dig up this or that. What I might do is just lay the medium fert and high fert soil right on top of this and leave trenches for the waterways instead of digging this out and dropping fert soil in. So, I think before I figure out that, I need to make sure I've got a healthy source of medium fert soil. Which is going to take a lot of shovels, which is going to take a lot of copper, which I don't have a lot of. So, you know, fun stuff. Timing, timing, timing. Alright, lots of shovels. I would like to take the Pro Pick and I guess the Falx. Yeah, we'll get food out there. That's already 1800. I'm pretty sure we've got fert soil out that way. You know, where all the dangerous stuff is. Let's take a quick trip over this way. Greenhouse? I mean, it's modest. I don't even want to say it's moderately helpful. I don't understand why people bother to build greenhouses. Yes, you can build a greenhouse. All it does is adjust the temperature slightly that you're allowed to build or grow crops in. It only changes it by a few degrees. So you get a slight longer grow period within a particular biome, but that's it. So unless you're playing some extreme winter area, and even then I don't think it would really work. I don't know. I've never really bothered with it because I never saw the point. But I've also spent most of my time in fairly mild worlds, so who knows? There may be areas where it's worth it. But I've never seen the benefit. It's more of a you can build this thing, not a you need to build this thing kind of an item. Lots of forest floor, low fert. Trying to remember where I saw the medium. I get myself turned around and go right back to where I started. Wasn't out that way. I'm pretty sure it was over there. Oh, medium fert soil. Alright, there we go. This is the best we can really hope for unless we luck upon high fert. Which we do have some. I've got, I don't know, 20, 25 blocks of high fert. Alright, we gotta head back. Yeah. Big old pile of medium first soil so we can get our farming started. Problem is going to be this drop off here. We're having a nice long farming setup. Just got to make some decisions on how much I want to do. Rows of 10. And how many across? Usually it'll be what? Be 2 rows with a water channel and a water channel. And then fence line here. And then another 2 rows, and then another 2 Hey now. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh. Alright, so that's 100 plots. No, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, that's 100 plots. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Typically what I hope to do is I set something like this up, and this will be like the potassium area. And I'll do 4 of these total. 1 for each of the nutrient types. Then I just rotate. When I have enough seeds, then I just do mass rotations. We do the potassium or K-crops here, and, you know, the other types and the other ones. And I leave 1 fallow. There's 3 types, right? I remember 3 different nutrient types, and then you leave a 4th field fallow. And then you just rotate everything as I mass harvest. That's what I remember. So, for 4 of these, I gotta go that way a fair distance. And I'll probably just start with 1, and then we'll expand out as we get the capability. So, I won't need... So this will be fence line. I need compressed dirt to fill in the areas to put the... Oops. To put the fencing in. We gotta protect ourselves from the rabbits. Yeah, I'll get 1 crop in. I'm not sure I'll get 2. depending on what crop you're planting, I remember being able to harvest into October and even early November. It just depends on what you're planting. They have different temperature ranges that they'll still grow in. I don't have a lot of choice right now because we haven't had the opportunity to spend a lot of time gathering up the seeds. I had other priorities. We're on 7 June. So if it stays calm and I don't get any visitors and I get to work through the night. Nice. Look at that red sky and lightning. Cool. That is quite the sky. The midnight blood red. Yeesh. I don't remember that kind of coloration. Would it be feasible to do something like set up your crops on the roof of your home base, or is that a stupid thing to try? Absolutely not a stupid thing. I have done it multiple times with this exact base. The only problem is I don't have it finished yet. Usually I do a 4 quadrant. So we got the first quadrant. This is the second. And then those are marking the third and the fourth quadrants. So I have quite a bit of room up here. And I have done apiaries, my beehives up here once. But then the buzzing that I had to constantly listen to drove me nuts. So no more apiaries up on the roof because the buzzing of the bees is really annoying. But yeah, there's enough space up here to do a very decent single player crop setup. I mean, this is basically, you could do the 4 crop rotation thing I was talking about. Right in here, you can set up quite a bit of crops in this little space and then do your 4 crop rotation around. So perfectly feasible. When I have opportunity like this though, where I've got a lot of flat land around me, I still prefer to do it not up here. Because I tend to run around up here when we get visitors after I get a little bit of armor and weapons and throw spears at the drifters and stuff and so on. And or one of these 4, I'll build a super large tower so I have a landmark that I can find when I'm traveling around and I need to figure out where my base is. Currently, we've got this monstrosity acting as my reference point when I go far traveling because, I mean, that damn thing's almost as high as the local mountains. So I don't need to make my own little reference point because we got that to rely on. And some fairly distinctive mountain formations. But yeah, no, works great. So, you know, it's a good idea. Just don't put your beehive above where you plan to spend a lot of time. You'll see what I mean once we get the apiary running and you see the volume of the bees when you're over there. There's not enough distance from the roof to the work area to not drive yourself nuts. Alright, but if you have different terrain and not so much flat ground, that's a really good option. You can do plenty of crop farming on the roof if you're doing this kind of an arrangement. Everybody builds their own thing, so this is the one I've just gravitated to. I'm very much a function and form kind of guy. I don't go much into the pretty. I am going to try to clean this one up. I mean, we're going to replace all the mud brick here just like I'm doing in here. I'm going to go with the slate for the walls and limestone for just accent and the corner pillars and kind of accent around the edges. And then I'm trying to go get some andesite, the blue stone. I'd like to do, I think, the flooring in the blue stone. So we'll see. But it'll get pretty as time goes by and I get free time to do other things. All right. Back out to there. So medium fert soil. I don't need you. Let's get you put into the farming box. I need lots of compressed dirt. How much compressed dirt do I have? Not a ton, but I don't need low fert soil for anything. So there's some more. There's my high fert. We got 41 high fert. So I need to go dig up a couple of rows of what I just put together and replace it with high fert soil. So I got enough for both of these to become high fert. That or I start the next section. I do have room for the next section. Nah, I don't want it to expand too much. We've got 100 there. How many seeds do I actually have? Hey there. We've got, what is that, 50, 85. We've got like 90, 95 if I dropped everything I have currently. I really don't want anything except for my flax and my turnip down. These aren't really going to make a difference. So we've got N crop and K crop. So technically I would want these in different sections, but we're not going to worry about that for this first setup. I just don't have time. So N, K, and P. Those are the three I remember. So N, and also K. So we got 3 N's, 2 K's, and 1 P crop. There we go. Yeah, so let's do this part. I need to ring this. Let's see, I need a water channel here, so you're going to be the outer edge. And then I don't need a channel going this way. This is going to be the barrier for the next section, so we'll just do this. Same thing on this end. Actually, that should have stayed because we need a water channel here at this end. All right, there we go. So all of the compressed dirt, we're going to put fencing on. We're going to fence this. And given the one height here, I should only need one fence going around, theoretically. We'll see. I might double fence it anyway. And then we'll fill the channels with water. And every single farm plot space will have water touching it for maximum hydration. Ah. And again, I guess since I'm building up on the ground, I really don't need to worry about that section. I could shave that out, and I could build another one over here and compress it. Instead of going out 4, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4 in the space I've got. Which I kind of like the idea of, because I don't want to mess with this drop down here and having to fill a bunch. So I think we got enough space. Let's think about that. So we go here. Let's see. I'm going to dig these two up. It's inefficient, but I'm going to dig these two up and replace it with my high fert. I'm hopeful I can get this section finished, get it hoed, and get the crops down today. But we still got a lot of work to do. All right, you. Look at that luscious soil. Thank goodness it just shifted and not disappeared. Beautiful. All right, so that'll be the barrier. So we come over. That'll be the water channel. So this will be the next crop section. Oops, I forgot. Not quite the way that works. Go in the other direction. that's right. I don't need these. All right, 2 sections ready. Do I smash out the other 2? I just, you know, run around trying to find bees. I just came across the high fert soil. I almost have room for this direction to get it finished up. What would I prefer? How far would I need to go? To there? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just have to fill in a tiny bit of space. Or 0 space. That gets me 3. I could fill in what I need pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and go for it. I don't think I might have enough. Don't have enough. 5 short. think it would have been better or happier if I had gone a square design. Done 2 and 2, but oh well. Decision's been made.